right, our last book piece for this week is When Johnny Comes Marching Home. This is an ensemble piece, so you can practice both of the lines. You can try recording yourself on one of the lines and then playing the other part with it to see what that sounds like. Let's look through. So we have one flat in our key signature, which is which flat? B flat, that's right. So B flat, we have to think about 2 fingers on the G string and a low 1 on the A string, and then all the rest of our notes are natural. So that means on the D and the A string and the G string, because of the B flat, you're going to use a 2nd finger. On the C string, you'll still use 3rd because that's an E natural. We also are playing in 6/8, so we've done this a little bit. 6 beats in a measure, and it's a little counted a little quicker because they're 8th note beats. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let me play through it so that you can hear it, and then we'll work our way through the first line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're going to start on an upbeat. So which beat of the measure are we starting on? Yes, beat 6. And then after that, we have to remember that we're counting in 8th notes. So when you have a quarter note, it's actually 2 beats long. When you have a dotted quarter note, it's 3 beats long. In measure 3, when you have a dotted quarter note tied to a regular quarter note, it's 5 beats long. So we do have some funky rhythms in here, or just things that you have to think about a little bit more than you might if it was all quarter notes and half notes, or quarter notes and 8th notes. All right, so let's go through the first phrase, which is most of the first line. We're going to leave off the last measure and the note before that because that's the pickup to the next part. So let's just do the notes first. So let's say it. So A, D, 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 E, F, D, C, A, C, and then we'll stop there. Okay? So let's just play the notes. Don't worry about the bowings or the rhythms, and you can pluck it or you can bow it, your choice. So if you need to practice that again, go ahead and go back and do it. Now let's try the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, let's clap it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that would be the first note of the next phrase. So remember, when we have 2 notes that are the same note that are connected by a little curved line, that's a tie, which means you only play the note once and you count it and you hold it for the duration of both notes stuck together. All right, so let's try it with the notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that probably felt a little bit unbalanced with your bow, like you had some long notes and short notes in places that weren't easy to do that. So let's do adding in the bowing, which is going to make that part a little bit easier. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And your next note will also be an up bow. So the slurs in here aren't smooth slurs. There's a dot after the second note in the slur. That means it should sound like that last note is separate and short, but it continues in the same direction. So you're actually going to stop your bow before you play that last note. You'll just keep going in the same direction. So in the second measure, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's a pause there. So work your way through and see if you can learn that whole part. And then if you look at the B line, we actually use some double stops. So same counting challenges apply. You don't play on the first beat, which is actually beat 6. You play on the beat 1 of the first full measure. So let me play through that part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that gives you both parts. So if you learn the first part and you practice the double stop things at the top and that feels like that's a good amount for you, then that's great. If you feel like you want more, like the top part is a little bit easy for you and you want to do more, then go ahead and add that bottom line. Good luck!